This game is rated E for everyone. For more information, please go to esrb.org. Hello everyone, KV here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon White version 2. On the last episode, we got into the Plasma Gate again in the Giant Chasm, and now we explored a bigger chunk of it. We kind of checked out all the piping and whatnot down here. We're not going to go back down there because we already did everything we need to do there. But before we go on ahead, now that we've deactivated the gate, but first, so what do you have to say about this? You know what troubles me? How come all of us who were in Team Plaza together, thinking we knew what was right, are now divided into the 4 Team Plaza members and continuing Team Plaza members, both with opposing points of view? Where's the line in between friend and foe? I spend a lot of time asking myself that. As for you, on this floor you'll need to deactivate the barriers to continue on. Deactivate them by stepping on switches. Move around by stepping in warp panels and you'll find the 4 switches. Which I already did, sir, but thank you. Oh, Kieran's right there.
The device is indestructible. You will never be able to release Kieran.
I actually wanted to do something before you showed up, but too bad on me.
You don't have it, the sense to know when to quit, it seems. It's an act of mercy on my part to bring this to an end now.
He's going senile. Alright, Zinzalon is back with a vengeance. Crigonal. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Enel is in front. Let's see how it goes. Power Gem. Confused. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, Enel, are you smarter than the game is gonna make you? Yes, you are. Thank goodness. Alright, Coolio. Now, probably should move and change Pokemon, but he's just gonna do that Confuse Rate again. Oh, fantastic! Even better. Okay, thanks, Enel. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, critical hit. Bye-bye, Crigonal. I hate that thing. Alright, another Crigonal. We're gonna switch Pokemon. We're gonna switch to Billy. We're gonna have Billy handle this to get rid of it, because I just don't want to deal with that dang Crigonal ever again. It's a cool looking Pokemon design, but man, does he use it in the most obnoxious of ways. Alright, Quick Log makes me go first. Avoid the attack. Yeah, that's too bad. Get him next time, Billy. Get him next time. Alright, Fire Blast. Here we go. Boom. And that's why you don't mess with the... Oh my goodness gracious, his defense is good enough to survive that. Huh. Huh. Might be on the light screen, but let's see. Alright, Thunderbolts. Alright, Billy. Of course, Billy can do it no problem. Billy's awesome. Oh yeah? Well, Billy can also use Ice Beam. No, I mean, not that he should, but he can. Let's see. Oh, no, Billy's still on it. Yeah, that thing is tanky. My goodness gracious. Alright, let's try another Fire Blast. Alright. Still confused, though. Alright, but we got it off, so it's fine. There, good job, Billy. Heck yeah. And Billy gained a level 74 for Billy. Alright, attack's good, special attack, special defense good, speed good, defense good. So yeah, again, Billy is very good all around, I would say. Okay, a Weevil, we'll switch Pokemon. Tora, it's time to wreck house. You ready? This is what Tora was made for. Get rid of this stupid Weevil, exerting pressure. Slash? Yeah, whatever. Critical hit? Might care if it's a critical hit, but hey. Shouldn't be that bad. Especially if we can... Oh, so close, Tora, so close. Okay, you gonna use an item, Zinzalin? Nope. Well, thank you for being a dumb butt. That's what you get.
It's the same for anyone, as long as you are dreaming the dream will never reveal itself to you.
Okay.
Feeling again? No matter. Team Plasma will always get the last laugh.
Okay, well, I wanted to do something, and it was called I want to check my Pokedex, actually. Because, yeah, we actually have some things we can, check. Ta-da! We saw all the Pokemon we could see while surfing. I just want to get the stamps, okay? The stamps are important to me. They shouldn't be important to me, but they're important to me, okay? And the nice thing is that it doesn't matter if you've seen them on that route, as long as you've seen them at all, it counts. Ooh, and Del Bay has different stuff depending on the season, huh? Okay, well, not that much of a difference. Stamp! I want my stamps! Stamp! 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 Just... I like how Castform in Gen 3 is like, here's this rare Pokemon, and then it's like, hey, you just can catch Castform. It's like, yes, now. Give me the stamps. I want all the stamps. Okay. So now if we look at it, we should have a lot of, yeah, a lot of these gray stamps. We have to catch them to get the full colored stamp, but hey, it's still cool to have them in the first place, so I'll take it. But now to our bag. Let's use some fresh water. Give Billy some fresh water. Tora some fresh water. Some more fresh water for Tora. And fresh water for Enel. And actually, I have an idea of what's coming up, so let's be prepared. Everyone at full health. Hi there! If you intend to continue, step into the other warp panel. Keep in mind that you're gonna get beaten up if you do. I can walk by you. Okay, no, he's just... Again, everyone in the Pokemon universe is very polite. Just like, hey, can I go this way? No, because I'm standing here. Alright, what's up here? The leader of Team Plasma, I take it. Oh? Welcome. I was asked by an acquaintance to help with this research. What I desire is to bring out the entirety of Pokemon potential. If I can accomplish that, I don't care what it takes. If it means the strength must be brought out by the interactions between Pokemon and trainers, then so be it! If it means you have to use a merciless approach, like Team Plasma's, and force all the Pokemon's power, then so be it! And yes, the entire world is destroyed as a result, then so be it. That aside, the reason I have been traveling all over Unova and battling many Pokemon trainers is because I was testing the viability of this approach to bringing out the full strength of Pokemon. In that respect, you've done an amazing job. Well now, tell me if you have the answer I desire or not. If you're ready, come at me. So, in a bit of a twist, the leader of Team Plasma, or at least this iteration of Team Plasma, has technically been Colress. Colress doesn't really strike you as that kind of guy that, like, would want to do what Team Plasma is doing, but it makes sense if you think about how technologically advanced everything is, how he basically had the Crustle thing so we could actually go beat Team Plasma that previous time. And his motivation is probably the most interesting of any of the antagonists. He isn't doing this because he's purely evil. He's not doing this because of a property dispute, like in Generation 3. He's not doing it because of genocide in, like, Generation 6. He's not doing it because he wants to make a new universe like in Generation 4. No, he just cares about his research. and he doesn't give a dang what happens. He just wants the results. Not good, but it's an interesting motivation. I still think the villain in Generation 7 is probably the best developed of all of them, but Colress is up there in terms of just like intrigue as to how he as a character functions. But you can see that he has been basically piloting this whole thing. Like, this is his operation, in a sense. He was, however, he did say he was asked by an acquaintance to help with this. So, he might be the big leader at top, but there's someone who at least asked him to help with this. So, curious about who that could be. That said, it's time to fight Colress once again. This is, in my honest opinion, one of the hardest leader fights in any of the Pokemon games. It looks like you're ready then. Okay, let us begin. Colress. His battle theme is amazing. We are challenged by Team Plasma, Colress, and he starts with a Magneton. So, at the very beginning of the game, I said, I still like Oshawott the best. It's my favorite Pokemon. I said, I don't think Tepet gives enough love. I was also doing that in preparation. Colress's entire team, or I think his entire team, is Steel type. One of the most obnoxious types to deal with. One of their greatest weaknesses, however, is Fire. That's why I taught Billy the Fire Blast move. But we'll see how we go from here using Enel. And this fight, again, I honestly say, is very difficult. Colress's team is pretty speedy, and a lot of things just don't work on Steel that well. So you kind of have to choose and pick how you do stuff. And Tri-Attack is a very annoying move. But this battle in general is like one of the reasons why I love Black White 2 so much. It's such a cool battle, it's a cool setup. You do a pretty nice dungeon puzzle. Yeah, again, not very effective. He kind of has like an out for everything, which is why having Tora is so crucial, because of this. And it's also why Mansherry, as much as Mansherry does have the kick move, that's not always a 100% chance to hit. Meanwhile, Tora, definitely built for that. Even then, these Pokemon he has are still super tanky. We had to do 5 hits there. That's the max amount of hits you can do. We luckily made it faint, which is great, but still pretty terrifying. We'll keep battling. Magnezone, I want to say, is one of his hardest Pokemon, or if not the hardest, but I think he might actually have one harder. Let's go with a Flame Charge. Okay, speed's good for Tora, so that's not an issue. But again, even if we can do good damage, they're tanky. They're going to survive a lot of the stuff we're doing, and that leaves us open for crazy stuff they could do. Thunder Wave, I'm not too worried about that, but I want to say like some of them have like counters for fighting types and flying types, and like it's kind of all over the place. It is not a team you want to worry about fighting, really. It is, yeah, Discharge is a powerful move. Like it's a good thing that we have Enel knowing that attack. So that goes down the Magnezone. Alright, so 2 Pokemon down. A Behem. Okay, that's different. That's Psychic type, so we can actually prepare for that, luckily. So this entire fight, like, I love the music. It's a very intense fight. For how well his team is built, it's probably one of the best built teams of any of the, like, the evil leader people. And you really need to have like a good, well-constructed team. My team is, you know, our team. Love them. They're a band of misfits, they are. But again, Colress does seem to have an answer for a lot of different things that you can throw at him, which makes this fight pretty brutal. Alright. Billy, I want you to go out and get rid of this thing. Now, he could also revive. Or, you know, but let's see what he does. Yep, full restore. Good to do it now so it gets out of the way. Okay, and let's do a Thunderbolt while we're at it. Thank you, Billy, for the Quick Claw. And yeah, this battle theme's awesome. Alright, there we go. Get rid of the BAM. Alright, so we have 1 down, he has 3 down. Okay, a Clink Clang. We'll switch. We won't switch to Tora just yet. We're gonna use Billy as a tank for a moment. Floats in the air of an air balloon, so yeah, okay. Good to know, because that means ground type would work on it unless he had that. So if we go to our HP restore, let's see, we should have... Do we have a full restore? Yes, we do. Gonna use it. Not the best time to use it, but hey, at least we get the paralyze and the health. We don't get rid of the health, mind you. We up the health. But that way Tora is ready to go for another fight. And we don't need to go back to the bag. Let's see if Billy can get a Fire Blast off here, though. Alright. Pretty good. But let's see. Oh, very nice. Okay. It was I wasn't thinking that I was going to actually one-shot it, because again, his Pokemon are tanky. But I will switch back to Tora. Matang is a part of the Beldum and Metagross line. Metagross, I think evolves level 65, so he can't have that yet. But it's pretty crazy that he has it. I'm more psyched than I've ever been. Okay, good for you. Alright, we'll do a Flame Charge. Just make sure we have the speed on it. But yes, this is why I picked Tepig, because I knew this fight was coming, and I knew how much of a pain in the butt it was when I chose Oshawott. This is going relatively well, considering how tough this fight can be. And I mean, we do have Billy, so a bit of a cheat thing, but hey, anything to make this fight go down without too much of a hassle. And Tora gets level 54, so congratulations to Tora for more attack still, and more special attack. And goodbye, awesome battle theme. So this is what it means to draw forth the power hidden from your Pokemon. So strong. You're a very strong trainer indeed, so let me ask you this. Are you thinking of reaching even higher heights by understanding each other and as Pokemon and trainer? Well, of course. I see. To me, that is an ideal answer. To think, that's what you actually believe. You bring out the power of your Pokemon with respect and love. Excuse me for repeating myself, but if it will make Pokemon stronger, I don't care what it takes. If interacting with Pokemon can increase their powers only to a certain point, then their full strength must be brought out by using scientific approaches. Even with one without a conscience. But you have shown me the potential of your approach. To me, whether Team Plasma wins or whether you win will decide how the relationship between people and Pokemon should be. So, where will this be settled? Step on the warp panel in the other side of this room where Kyurem is and being held. Good luck in your battle. So again, I like Colress. Colress is he's a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy, if you get my drift. Yeah, everything he's doing is bad and he should pay for his crimes, but I beat him. Shut up. What? You beat Colress? I pretend to be strong, but I don't have any Pokemon. Okay. Hey, I beat your boss. Beating again. Okay. But it is interesting. Colress basically has 2 different approaches in his mind. Oh. And here is the real leader of Team Plasma. Colress was basically just the current scapegoat, like N was in the previous game. But I'll talk about a little more Colress before we talk about this guy. But he basically had different hypotheses of how you draw out power of Pokemon. And the one that he was more familiar with that he could do was the scientific approach, which is why he basically helped Team Plasma with their stuff, because he was curious about it, basically. He is a scientist through and through. He does not care about what happens, he just wants the results. That is definitely morally questionable, but it's a very interesting take on a character. And by us beating him, he's kind of going, huh, your approach also works. So I'm curious. Let's test that hypothesis against my other hypothesis by having you do this next fight. So he's basically saying, my hands are off this now. Whatever happens, happens. And that's a very interesting way to take things, I'd say. Rather than basically going, no, I'm the leader, I'm going to kick your butt, and I'm going to try to, like, capture you and stuff. Which is why we come to this guy, who is pretty upset with what Kolres just did. Because, again, Kolres is a scientist, through and through. He is not necessarily an evil boss leader. He just became one so that he could do his scientific research.
That blasted Kolres. The fool is far too committed to pure science. This is how he repays me for making him boss of Team Plasma. How dare he put his personal intellectual curiosity before our ultimate mission of conquering Unova. How fortunate for you. Few get to be the sole audience member for one of my speeches. Team Plasma will use its knowledge and technology to take Killam's true power to the absolute limit and freeze the Unova region. The terrified people and Pokemon will bow to Team Plasma's. No. At my feet! Killam is an empty being. The remnants of a certain Pokemon when it split itself into Reshiram and Zekrom. My desire is to rule all of Unova. That's right. Killam will be the vessel in which my desires will be poured.
Lord Gestus, Killam hasn't transferred.
It's finally here. The wonderful era in which I am the absolute ruler of Unova has finally arrived. I'll let you take care of this.
Hugh's here.
Wait, you were on the Shadow Triad, right? Tell me about the Purloin who was stolen Aspertia.
Very well. This might be it. I stole this Pokemon 5 years ago in Aspertia. So it seems likely that this is the Pokemon that you're talking about. But now, it only listens to my commands. Such is the fate of Pokemon that are trapped in Pokeballs.
What? Don't mess with me. That's someone else's Pokemon.
Ah, I feel sorry for Pokemon. They are ruled by Pokeballs and the whims of their trainers. Lord Gestus spoke of Pokemon liberation 2 years ago, simply for his own ambitions, but if his plans had succeeded, many Pokemon would have been saved. This Liepard, well, you knew it as a Purloin. If it had been released, it might have returned to you. Well then. You there! I won't let you interfere with Lord Gestus' plans! Augustus was the true leader of Team Plasma in the first game, and he has now finally shown up again in Black White 2. His name has been dropped a lot, but you kind of always thought, like, okay, well, I guess Augustus is just not going to do anything. But the reality is that Augustus is once again controlling things from behind the shadows. Why? Because he's a jerk. He was that friend of Kolres's, and that convinced Kolres to basically become the boss of Team Plasma. Everything, of course, is all according to Gestus' master plan. Why does he need to make that plan? I don't know. He's just a jerk, really. He's just really a jerk. He stole a kid. As far as you know, he stole a kid and basically raised him. He stole a lot of stuff from people. He's basically going like, hey, I'm going to rule this entire region because screw you, I can. He's just not a nice guy. But of course, Kolres probably would have known that, but I'm gonna guess that he was kind of like, hey, cool, if I get to do science stuff, I don't care. Which, yeah, not a good look on you, Kolres, just saying. We'll finish up this Shadow Triad fight, and then we'll be done with the episode, I think. because there's still much more crazy stuff to happen. But we're definitely, like, this is the meat and potatoes of the game. Like, the very cool stuff happens during this part of the game, I'd say. I'll keep battling with Tora. It's such a cool, like, way to... You have all your badges, so you finally get to do this. I understand that, like, the first game had the invasion of the Pokemon League, and that was pretty cool. But I definitely like this approach, too. Bottom myth. Okay, doesn't... Okay, you're heartless. You're not done yet. Okay, there's 2 more to fight.
Sorry. The situation is messing with my head. I just don't know what to do. I finally found my sister's Pokemon, but now it's glaring at me. Why?
So, with that all said, let's go to our bag first so we don't forget. We actually have some stuff that was given to us. Lovely by Rude. By Sage Rude. Max Revives, which are very helpful. Use on Vivi, because Vivi's going to be super helpful coming up. And let's also use another Moo Milk on Enel. There we go. Switch our Pokemon out and begin the outro. So, if you like this video, please consider hitting that like button below. If you want some more content from me, please consider subscribing. Pokemon White version 2, Black version 2, White version 1, and Black version 1 are available on Nintendo DS family systems, but you know the deal, DS has been discontinued, unfortunately. But hey, if you can pick up a copy of this game, I highly recommend it, because it's awesome. The Unova games are fantastic. Most importantly though, please have a wonderfully great day, and I will see you all on the next one. Until then, ciao.